Welcome to JD's Prep. Alright, so this video is for the 3 questions that have to do with this information that is given. So let's start with looking what we're given. So as part of an experiment, a bacterial culture was grown in the lab for 2 days. No additional nutrients were added to the culture after the initial setup. As the bacteria produce asexually, the population of the culture was measured every 6 hours. And the data shown from the bacterial growth is shown in this table. So on the left, we have time from 0 hours to 48 hours, and the population in millions measured at each of those times. All right, so first we're asked to set up an appropriate axis. When you're asked to do that, it's always best to look at the data points that you have and the data range that you have. We have 0 to 48 for the x-axis. All right, and we are given 9 squares along the bottom of this little grid in order to plot those appropriately. So a good number to go up by is by 6. All right, I'll just fill the rest in. All right, there it is there. Hopefully you can see that I am, my plot points that I will plot, so 0 to 48, will take up most of that edge of the graph, okay, which is what we want to see. And hopefully yours will be neater than this because you're not writing it on an iPad. All right, let's take a look at the Y. We have from 2 million to 37 that we need to plot on the Y-axis, okay. And we have actually 8 squares up along this y-axis. So a good number would be to go up by 5 and go all the way up to 40 million. So 0, 5, I'll just fill this in here. There. Okay, so that is our axis. Now it's asking us to plot our actual points. Okay, and with each one they want you to put a dot and then do a circle around it, and then we'll connect the lines. So if you have the labels for your axis set up well, then you should be able to do this as long as you're being careful and you're making sure that you are reading your axis, the labels appropriately and plotting it accurately. All right, I'll just fill in those plot points here. Okay, so I've plotted all 5 of those points, and lastly they want us to connect all those dots, so I'll just do that now here. You would make sure to do that with a ruler. Looking approximately like this as a final product. And so lastly we're being asked this question. So if data for the growth of the bacterial population continued to be recorded beyond 48 hours, would the data points at 60 hours be above or 37 million? Be above or below 37 million? And support your answer. So at 48 hours, the data point is 37 million. So it's asking if we continue to record it, would the population of bacteria go up or would it go down? And in truth, you could answer either way as long as you're supporting it. So on the one hand, you could note that because the trend noted in the graph that you made is that the bacterial population is going up with time, that one might presume, if we extrapolated that graph, that at 60 hours, the population would be even higher than 37 million. That would be a legit answer. However, if you decided to draw on the fact that they have told us at the very beginning that that there's no more food that is being given to the bacterial population, you'll maybe be able to identify that there's probably a threshold population that can be supported. So the bacterial will continue to increase as long as food is available, but without additional nutrients being added, the bacteria population will probably begin to drop eventually. Maybe not before 60 hours, but again, as long as you're clear with what you're answering and your reasoning behind it, that is what they're looking for here. All right, thanks for using JD's Prep.